Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. Today I have another holster for you from Werkz Holsters. You guys know I love Werkz Holsters. I've been getting Werkz Holsters for a handful of years now. I've had, at least since I started buying Werkz Holsters, I've had every iteration of holster that they sell. And this is their newest one, and it is the Bisect holster. This is, without a doubt, the most adjustable and customizable holster I've ever seen. So let's get into it. So before we get into that, a few short pieces of housekeeping. Number one, I am affiliated with Werkz Holsters. That has never affected my opinion on their products. I was buying their products before I became affiliated with them. I've done a lot of work with them in the past, and this thing has exceeded my expectations as far as what they just keep coming out with. They just keep innovating, they keep improving their products, and this is their latest brainchild, and it's pretty cool.
You son of a bitch.
Now to the Werkz Bisect. You may notice something a little bit different about this holster that isn't common for Werkz. Werkz is very well known, in my opinion, very well known at this point for creating some of the highest quality light-bearing holsters on the market. And well, the Bisect this is also, as I said, the most customizable holster I've ever seen for your various needs. That holster I just held up, that FDE holster, when I was talking about how to assemble those holsters, I think it was that video, a guy mentioned that he'd really like to be able to customize the cant, the tilt of the mag carrier. That's one of the things that this holster has going for it. And it wasn't but maybe 3 weeks or something after I published that video that Shan got a hold of me and said, hey, we've just come out with this new holster, check it out. This is a pre-production model that I have now. There are some differences of this than what you're going to buy, or than what they're listing on their website. And the very first thing I said to him, I was like, I just had a guy talking about this. Now, for whatever reason, there are people out there that don't like to carry a light on their gun, and this can be right up your alley. That's right. Let's go over all the adjustability that this holster has.
Well, we're waiting.
Now, to start with, the DCC clips that come on it are height adjustable, of course. There is a groove in the back where the square nuts of the sex bolts that they use will ride up and down, keeping a good lock in there. That way they don't turn while you're trying to tighten it up. So that is a very nice feature. The claw, which it comes standard with, is not only depth adjustable, you can take this spacer out of it, but it is also flippable, and of course removable, but it is flippable in case, depending on your ride height, you can flip this down because one side of the arm is higher than the other.
Thanks.
It, of course, has retention adjustment down here, right around your trigger guard. And then the curved material here, which is the flexible material they use, the curved material here is also adjustable up and down. If you want to know how these little rivets pop in and out of there, I will link the video on assembling a Werkz holster down below, and you can see how that works. But they are reusable. You can take them in and out. It's very simple to do so. But this is also adjustable up and down the entire mag carrier. But that's not all.
But I'm not done yet.
The mag carrier itself is also turnable, adjustable in and out, up and down. I mean, if you want this thing to face near sideways, it can. This has more adjustment in it than honestly I think it needs, to be quite clear. Now, this is where one of those pieces that in this pre-production model that I have that is going to be different in the purchased model that you may go out and get. You can see how the curve is torn up a little bit around the head of this screw. As I was messing with this, I did start tearing that up, tightening the screw, moving it, tightening the screw, trying to see if I could like rip this and get it to move or anything like that. And I got a hold of Werkz and said, hey, I'm tearing this up. It doesn't actually affect the holster's capabilities, but I also know how the internet is, and if you buy a holster and you tighten it down, you play with it, and then you end up with all these scratches around there, a bunch of you people are going to go absolutely fucking crazy because that's just how you are, because that's just how the internet is. So they are now putting this material is called curve. They are now putting a washer of curve underneath that screw head to keep that from getting torn up. Now, to show you how much adjustability this thing has, I'm just going to loosen this a little bit, loosen the pivot screw a little bit. All right, so here is the U-shaped adjustment slot, and that is the pivot screw. And this thing, in and out, straight up and down, all the way out.
That's what she said.
A little wider, all that stuff. I mean, there is a ton of adjustment in this mag carrier. While all of these other features are very good, and I appreciate every one of them, my personal favorite feature of this holster is that soft wedge, and not because it's soft, but because it's adjustable. So one of the things, because I carry appendix, I drive a lot, and the opposite edge, you can't see it right now, but the opposite edge of the holster digs into my pelvis. That hard edge of a Kydex holster always has, and it's just something I've grown to deal with, right? Is it uncomfortable? If you think about it, sure, but if you're not thinking about it, it doesn't seem to be that bad. But it does definitely dig that hard edge of the end of the holster when you're sitting down. I have been able to adjust, let me see if I can show this on camera. I have been able to adjust the soft wedge just over the lip of that. And it has height adjustment of, it looks to be an inch or so either way. But I've been able to cushion that edge with that soft bump, with that soft wedge. So when I sit down, it's not, this doesn't grind into my pelvis as much, or at all, really. So I think that is one of the coolest features to me of this holster. And lastly, satisfying click. That means something to a lot of people, and the fit and finish of it is just phenomenal. The 093 Bolteron, so the same great, heavy-duty material we're used to seeing from Werkz, the same great craftsmanship, and the same great fit. This good holster. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe. Thank you to Werkz Holsters for working with the channel. They've always made great products. They are the busiest in the industry, in my opinion, as far as continually upgrading and making their products better and better based off of a lot of customer feedback, which is something you rarely see in the industry. Thank you guys for watching. We'll talk to you later.